Soundstripe.
It depends. It's a great question. Part of being a holistic planner is we need to look at estate planning and making sure that your legal house is in order. A lot of times, as long as there's beneficiary provisions, you could get away with a will. But more and more, we always see that as going through probate, and there's no way to avoid that because a will, by its nature, has to go through probate. I'm not an attorney, of course, so I definitely recommend getting excellent legal help. We've been fortunate to partner with the law office of Carol Thomas for years now, and they just do an exceptional job. We find, with a trust especially, you're able to do so much more to protect your assets, to make sure that they go where you want them to go, especially because nobody really plans on leaving, early.
Right.
But when that happens, we just want to make sure that everything is in order, everything goes where you want it to go, and is protected the most efficient way possible. In Michigan, we have what's called estate recovery. So if there is a nursing home care and there's Medicaid, the state can recover assets from your home unless it bypasses probate. So if it goes through probate, they can recover their money. But if it does bypass probate, again, see Carol. She'll make sure that's done the right way so the house is protected, because it's very important to make sure that you've got all that taken care of. It's really, really simple to get it protected, and you can do it. Looking at making sure you're properly allocated the right way, making sure the trust is in order, making sure you have good powers of attorney. Too many people, they just put it off, and then of course you got to have a guardian or a conservator come into the situation, and now you've got somebody appointed who doesn't even know the situation, in charge of everything, and the judge is now going to make the decisions on what you wanted to do as opposed to your family. So definitely important to get those powers of attorney in place. Long-term care, everybody says, oh my goodness, I've seen my family spend thousands of dollars in assisted living or nursing home, but when it comes to getting long-term care, nobody wants to pay it for it. They don't want to write the check because it's $5,000, $6,000, $7,000, $10,000 a year, and if you don't use it, it's gone. It's out the window. But it is the purest protection, just like term insurance. If you want to get the best coverage for long-term care, the most pure form is long-term care insurance. However, you have to qualify for it, and if you don't use it, it's out the window. We're seeing more and more long-term care hybrids out there, which personally I have myself, which I love, because if I don't use it, I have a tax-free death benefit for my family, which is great. Yes, you have to qualify for it, but if I do go to assisted living or home care or nursing, I have some really good protection of my assets, so my family doesn't have to worry about how expensive it's going to be or protecting everything or the best thing to do. We've got that in place. So it definitely is something that we offer, of course. We help with all that. We help families get that and get at least the best offer for them. Stay the course, stay properly allocated. We talk about allocation all the time. The market is very volatile, and it's going to be very volatile this year. We're seeing inflation. We're seeing the ups and downs. We're seeing big swings in the market, and 1 minute people are calling me saying, Joe, what's going on? Then at the end of the week, we're about right. So this is something where we want to keep the emotions out of it.
Yes.
As long as you're properly allocated and you have your safe bucket of money, your tax-free bucket, your taxable, your growth bucket, you want to make sure that you have enough to live on, you have got cash available, and don't get so entrenched in the emotions of the market. Stay the course. Remember, we're long-term investors, and don't. A lot of people are looking and say, "Oh, I got to take advantage of this." They're trying to market time. It's impossible to market time. You got to stick to the fundamentals, and you're going to be good.